Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top story.
A dedicated space opened up for business owners to receive help in applying for a loan.
Also, tonight, a warehouse in Middle Road acts as a hub for relief goods.
And the flame trees bloom and dance in the wind after the storm.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Drinks aren't new at McDonald's Coffee until they are. All new drinks are here.
Hafaday Zantero. On behalf of the Northern Marianas Humanities Council, you're invited to join us for your Humanities Half Hour, Thursdays at 7 p.m. here on KSPN2. We take a look at the humanities issues of interest to you and our community. Join us as we navigate the human experience together on Your Humanities Half Hour, Thursdays, and replayed on Saturdays at 7 p.m. and on YouTube at 670 Humanities.
Make you an offer you can't refuse. Bring your friends in for the best night out at Godfather's Bar in Garabin. Sing along to your favorite hits with live music from the Gigolos. Godfather's has daily food and drink specials like Taco Tuesdays. The best pizza on island every day of the week. Located on Palm Street in Garabin.
Hafaday, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on May 27 from our studio on Capitol Hill.
Last week, a new immigration memorandum issued by the Trump administration could have a chilling effect on those in the CNMI filing for and/or awaiting permanent resident status. Richard Miller is a partner with Pacific Lawyers here in Saipan with experience in local immigration law.
What happened last week was USCIS issued a policy memorandum that affects green card applicants. And there are two parts to the memorandum, or two effects that it has. One, the memorandum directs USCIS officers when they're assessing green card applications to only approve green cards in extraordinary circumstances, only approve the applications in extraordinary circumstances.
Encouraging officers to reject more green card applications is the largest part of the memorandum, but there is more.
The second part of the memo, it says that applicants should need to apply from their home country. So they need to go through consular processing. if they're here in the United States, they can't apply from here. They need to go back to their home country and file their application for adjustment of status from there. This has a huge effect on anyone applying for a green card from the CNMI if this policy memo, in fact, survives any court challenges. There probably will be some.
This memo, if it survives legal challenges, will make status modification much more difficult.
Supposed reason for the change about having to go through consular processing is that the memo says that this is the original congressional intent. I would strongly take issue with that, and that this is to ensure for national security reasons. But in fact, when you apply, as you've said, when you apply for a green card, you get vetted anyway. And most of the people applying for green cards originally came here on visas. And they were vetted at the time that they applied for the visas. So there's plenty of vetting that is already taking place in the normal course. There's no need for consular processing. If everyone applying for green cards needs to do so from their home country and go through consular processing, then that is going to create a backlog for consular processing, and that's also going to create more time, more money. So all of this, not only does it separate families and lengthen the period of time to have green cards decided, but it makes it harder for that to take place, and it's increasing costs for everyone.
Are people on the CNMI, do they need to be concerned today? I mean, if they already have a green card application in.
Yes, if they have a green card application in, I think they do need to be concerned. They haven't had the interview yet. The interviewer is likely to follow the policy memorandum and look and be more likely to be to look at things like, has the applicant been out of status for a period of time? Was the applicant working without an EAD at some point? Which is pretty common here. If people have fallen out of status, as many people did as the CW caps went down, and for various other reasons as well. So yeah, it'll likely affect the interview process.
Nothing is yet final, but as with many memorandums created with the stroke of a Sharpie, there will be challenges.
The one other thing I wanted to say is this memo came out just a few days ago, and not only myself, but a lot of lawyers throughout the country who have been practicing immigration law a lot longer than I have and know a lot more than me are still pouring through it and are still trying to digest it and determine what's the best course going forward.
The program for tents and temporary roofing is ending soon. Residents are urged to apply. The deadline to register for the Strong Tent and Temporary Roofing Program ends on June 1st at 5 p.m. Residents can visit their local mayor's office to register and complete a right of entry form. The United States Army Corps of Engineers will then assess the home for eligibility. Approved households will receive temporary housing at no cost. Officials say accepting a temporary roof will not affect FEMA disaster assistance or emergency tent eligibility. While the roofing program is available on Saipan, Tinian, and Rota, the tent program is said to only be available in Saipan and Tinian. For more information, contact the mayor's office in Saipan at 234-6208, the mayor's office on Tinian at 433-1802 or 433-1828, and the mayor's office on Rota at 532-9451 or 532-9452.
The U.S. Small Business Association has been on island helping with businesses and home recovery since the onset of Sinlaku, but yesterday they opened an additional business recovery center at the Marianas Business Plaza. SBA has been located at several locations around the island, most notably at the Multipurpose Center. SBA Public Affairs Specialist Renata Mason.
Today we are here at the Saipan Chamber of Commerce because we have opened a business recovery center. It opened today at 9 a.m. and it will be operating Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And the services that we're offering here are the services for individuals who are seeking assistance to apply for small business administration. They can also speak to our representatives for any questions that they may have regarding our disaster loan program. If they run into any issues, such as if their applications have been declined or withdrawn, then we have customer service representatives that can assist with that as well.
The Business Recovery Center is located within the Chamber of Commerce offices at the Marianas Business Center, the former Naro 360 building, second floor in Sasupe.
So I will say, as of Saturday, as you mentioned, as of Saturday, we've approved over $3.8 million in loan funding for this declaration. 99% of that has been for homeowners and renters. And so, yes, we have the word business in our name. It is clear as day. However, our resources go beyond businesses and nonprofits. We do provide assistance to homeowners and renters as well. So we have our Survivor Recovery Center at the multi-purpose location. However, we wanted to be intentional as well because it's only 1% right now of business approvals and business applications. So we wanted to be a little more intentional on their outreach for businesses and set up a business recovery center.
So this is the Business Recovery Center, and most people, if you're going for a home loan or a renter's loan, you should go to the Multipurpose Center?
Yes, so we have representatives still there at the Multipurpose Center assisting individuals who are homeowners, renters, even businesses and nonprofits as well there. But we did also want to have a location that can cater to some business owners who may not have such a flexible schedule with their, with their load that they have going on.
If you have applied for FEMA, insurance, or Red Cross assistance, you may still be eligible for an SBA loan. The SBA loan for businesses, nonprofits, and individuals can be for up to $2 million per business with fixed low interest rates of between 3% and 4%.
Anyone who has been impacted that's within the impacted disaster areas, please take advantage of the resources that are available. I'm encouraging everyone to apply. Even if you are uncertain on whether or not you would qualify, even if you are uncertain about how much you may qualify for, the best thing to do is to apply for the assistance. Submit your application, let a loan officer review it, and then they can walk you through what you may be eligible for.
And get a better roof.
Because the other side of it is for those that have physical damage, whether it's for your business or if it's a nonprofit that owns real estate or even a homeowner that has had damage, the mitigation funding is one of the biggest things that we offer. And so aside from the disaster funding to help even rebuild or repair, you can qualify for an additional 20% on top of the loan funding, and it's up to 20% of the verified losses. That can be used for a new roof, concrete. That can be used for shutters. That can be used for retaining walls. It does not have to be used for this type of declaration, right? So we are here for Typhoon, Sinlaku. We understand the type of damages that were sustained here. But if there are any other mitigation items that you want to put on your home, you are more than welcome to do that with that mitigation funding.
The deadline for most SBA applications is June 22nd.
Various relief efforts are run by a team of volunteers with a warehouse as their headquarters. Let's take a look. The Typhoon Support Logistics Center in Middle Road opened their doors this month in the aftermath of Super Typhoon Sinlaku. The center is not a distribution site for individuals, but a hub for local and federal non-governmental organizations to streamline relief efforts. Chief of the center, Kai Morrell, represents the Azuda Foundation. He put together the team that exists today.
When I landed, I was a one-man army basically. And from there, we started to make connections with different people in the community, the right people in the community, to activate more volunteers, to make partnerships with organizations like the MCCA. And really, it's just blown up from there.
Asia Camacho Hilario is one of the volunteers. She represents Micronesian Climate Change Alliance and Sagan Flores.
Through MCCA, I wear a lot of hats, honestly. one of the main people that help the warehouse run, and this warehouse receives all the supplies that come in through containers from off island. So whenever we have a container come in, it's a team effort to get it distributed, inventory, all the things. I also help with logistics and data collecting, because data is really, really important to receive help from offline or through donors or through other organizations. Also help with volunteers. I have so many hats.
Keith Lizama with the Department of Corrections Outreach Program says they receive supplies from the center to continue their efforts in helping the community recover from the storm.
Yeah, so we're just trying to assist the community with whatever we can. So this load we're trying to do, we're delivering it to the CNMI, Center of Living Independently. Up to you. So.
All right. So why is it important to you to be helping these type of agencies?
Well, for me, it's important because we're in a tough moment right now. Everyone needs the help, basically. So it's good to help one another. So the good can always come back to you.
The center has developed from one man to many hands on deck, with volunteers stepping up from the community to organize continuous relief for the people.
It's not about me. It's these people here that have been building everything you see around you, all of the SOPs, all of the volunteer distributions, everything like that. That's all them. All I was able to do is put the right people in the right room, and they've really taken it and ran, and which is why I didn't necessarily I want them to have the credit, because they're the ones that are building something that could possibly be a permanent structure here in Saipan, hopefully, fingers crossed, because I think that it's a need for our island to be able to take care of ourselves.
Thanks for watching CNMI. There is more news after the break.
Yap like you've never yapped before, with all new drinks, only at McDonald's.
Every journey begins with one step and the right coach. At Gold's Gym Saipan, our certified personal trainers build programs that move with you, your goals, your pace, your power. Stronger, healthier, more confident, together. Your best starts right here at Gold's Gym Saipan. Visit us in Garapan or call 670-233-4000. Gold's Gym Saipan, stronger with every rep. Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, desserts, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style.
Welcome back. You are watching the Wednesday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
Welcome to Saipan, and adios, lalabo, until we meet again.
At Saipan International Airport, residents share stories of their careers and job fields, the beginning of it all and an end for now. Annika was an accountant at Marianas Health Services for 3 years.
I'm currently heading off to the Philippines because it's my touchback, so I'm heading off there. Yeah, it's the end of my employment contract.
She's known about Saipan almost her whole life since her parents are overseas Filipino workers.
My parents has been living here since I was in 4th grade. There they are. So it's actually, this is the opportunity for us to be together as a family because they are OFW here in Saipan. And so yeah, it's been actually great because I'm reunited with my immediate family, and then these are all my church friends. These are from the youth ministry.
John Isaac Angeles' son Nicholas flew in from the island of Guam. He's pursuing a theater degree at the university there.
Honestly, it's the people here, like especially shout out to Dr. Galvin de Leon Guerrero and his daughter. Those two are like one of my biggest, I would say like one of the biggest mentors I have in my life. So they made me, their love for and passion for the arts is honestly what made me want to pursue it. So yeah.
His first year of studies just concluded.
There was a little bit of struggle, but honestly I was able to assimilate well because like the theater family there was pretty welcoming of me. And I was able to work with a theater company over there, Three Blind Mice, with a show. We did a show, Tick Tick Boom, too. Yeah, and that was just recently. So for the most part, it's been hectic, but it's also been medzing. Yeah.
Rafael is also on summer break from UOG. He completed his first year on civil engineering.
It's pretty good. I've met a lot of cool new people, but doesn't hit the same as home.
He's here to help his dad in the aftermath of the storm.
Because my mom, she's in California right now, my dad is left alone here, so I decided it'd be best if I came here to like help support him and help around the house and do whatever to, make sure that, the house is all good and stuff and that he's okay too.
The island of Saipan embraces those coming and going in every field of work and every walk of life.
Yeah, well, I'm just thankful and grateful that I experienced to work here in Saipan. A lot of ups and downs with the typhoon, but there's also a lot of help coming from different organizations, Samaritan Purse, FEMA, Red Cross. So I do appreciate them as well. Even the officials working from the government, they had to leave their family just to help other people. So it's really been a roller coaster, but it was really a great experience being here in my 3 years here in Saipan.
Anything else you would like to say?
Chase your dreams.
I just want to say, stay strong.
In this week's Your Humanities Half Hour with Catherine Perry, a continuing series on Super Typhoon Sinlaku recovery. After the destruction, recovery. This week, Catherine Perry visits several families in the Tinapag area who are navigating the recovery process. Jezebel Sumor.
Everything was just wet. I was so sad because I have like emotional attachments to my things. So I was so sad. I was trying to take stuff that were like I could fix maybe later. Yeah, everything was just flooded and broken. I don't think there was much to be saved. Even the clothes, when we came back for it, they were like moldy already. Even like our pillows, our beds, we had to throw away all our beds, you can see. Yeah. So I think right now we went to apply for FEMA and Red Cross because they said there was funds that they could give to us if we qualified for it. So we were going to use that funds to like replace our stuff.
So obviously you guys are now living in tents.
Yes.
How has the recovery process been for you? You were smiling when I walked up to you today, and how are you feeling and how is it going for your household in recovery?
I'm feeling good right now because at least all of us are together, all of us are safe. Even my family that are in different villages, they're safe and they're good. And I'm also happy today because it's my sister's birthday. Yeah, my little sister. So yeah, but staying in the tent at night, it's very cool, but during the day, like right now, it's very hot.
See more tales of Sinlaku recovery on Your Humanities Half Hour with Catherine Perry tomorrow night, Thursday at 7 p.m., right here on KSPN2, and again on repeat Saturday night at 7 p.m.
The storm affected everyone differently, and for one teenager who left the island when she was 2 years old, it revealed an underlying truth in our community.
A Saipan-born teenager adds another course of action for her visit back home in the wake of Super Typhoon Sinlaku. 17-year-old Devika Balachandra flew in from San Diego, California for an internship at the Johnson Applied Marine Sciences, or JAMS.
Because I'm interested in marine conservation, we know a friend who knows Liza Johnston, who works at JAMS, which is just like the Marine Sciences Center. And we got connected. So then I had an internship set up to kind of help with their coral conservation and help a PhD student with his project.
With the timing of her internship overlapping the aftermath of Super Typhoon Sinlaku, Balachandra says her and her mother included relief efforts into their itinerary. They decided to stick to their original month-long trip on island, leaving the comforts of home, knowing that power and water would be limited, while raising funds and resources in California before coming.
We have a lot of donations that people came and gave in. Some of it went on a ship that was leaving from Los Angeles. I think it's scheduled to get here early June. And then the rest of the donations we brought with us. And then there's also the kind of monetary donations from the GoFundMe. And yeah, it was amazing. I mean, so many people who didn't even know what Saipan was, learned about it and then chose to donate, which was just very, in some ways, surprising and just heartwarming.
The mother and daughter duo, tied to no agency or organization, drove into the villages for distributions to the local community impacted by the storm.
I think we tried to count, I think it was around 62 families that we saw. We did, I think, 4 or 5 runs of distribution. I mean, it was a lot of mixed emotions because it felt really good to connect with these people and give them stuff, but at the same time, what we were giving was very small, and some of these houses are just completely wrecked and they have nothing, or they're just already kind of in a struggling circumstance, and then the typhoon just hit them even harder. So it was definitely hard knowing that there was only so much we could do.
Balachandra highlights the realities of what this weather event has revealed to her.
I think on such a small island, you might kind of expect that everyone's just kind of in the same boat. But that's definitely not the case. You know, there's so many factors that go into how a disaster affects you. And if you're already living in poverty, there was a house that we went to and it looked like they had absolutely nothing. They were on the side of the road living in essentially a shack. And we offered some stuff and we asked about FEMA, and they were like, oh no, we haven't contacted FEMA, the typhoon didn't hit us very hard. And so that was just already their state of living. And I think that too is this is also just how some people live, and it doesn't have to take a disaster for them to need donations and to need help. And I think that's also important. It's there shouldn't also have to be an event for you to go and help those in need.
Whimsy can be defined as a lighthearted quirkiness that brings the fantastical to everyday life. Ever since, Sinlaku has presented an island of brown and broken stalks clinging to life on weakened limbs. But the last few days, lo and behold, the color orange. Orange, the color of whimsy, the color of goldfish and nacho dust, the color of clowns, the color of the laughing sun. And here on Saipan, the color of whimsy is represented through the fluorescent flowering of the familiar flame tree. Post Sinlaku, somehow, she is back. Haven't you noticed? She is back in all her comedy. You can't help but smile when you see her. And now she is budding. She is blossoming. She is blooming. She is bearing her humor despite the battering of the winds, despite the furious tides, despite the gloom of everyday traumas. She is reminding us how to smile, how to wink at the world, how to shimmy in the face of it all.
That was so nice.
Here's the weather. Tonight is a 40% chance of isolated rainfall with low temperatures of around 78 degrees and mild east breezes. Tomorrow, Thursday, we will have no storms, but continued occasional showers with temperatures ranging from mid-80s in the day down to high 70s at night. Now, the wet weather ensures that the flame trees will flame on and we will see you in the water or on the land.
Well, that was your Wednesday night newscast, CNMI. Thank you for tuning in.
We'll see you again with more news on Friday.